if you look at the history of major social political change throughout human history, certainly in the kind of modern period and various forms of political revolution, but going way, way back to the way civilizations change, the way whole moments in human history, whole eons and epochs shift. It always works on a number of levels at the same time. There's change on the level of politics, of labor practices, of technological practices, but also of mental conceptions of reality, of communal ways of being together, of ceremony, of ritual. These are deep and important elements of change. And what we saw at Standing Rock really exemplified and embodied what the Sakyong calls as the ceremony and the ceremonies of life that we participate in and can help make significant lasting change, and in some ways deeper change than even political decisions or policies. So we have to attend to those levels, and that's part of what this program at Karme Choling will address. And at the same time, we need actual, concrete, real level change in our relationships with the fossil fuels, carbon emissions, and especially the flow of oil, but also natural gas and methane. And those need to be addressed. And right now, our systems cannot address them. That's the truth. Is we do not have a political world that knows how or is capable of changing these concrete policies around fossil fuel and carbon emissions and methane emissions. They are stuck. And where I am, and I think where many of us in Shambhala are around this subject, is the need to actually prototype and experiment other kinds of social and political forms on our planet that actually bypass and go beyond the current forms of representational political influence. That at some point you realize you're banging your head against a wall, and something very different is needed of us. Now that raises a lot of questions. What is that difference? How is it organized? How is it concrete and not just a fantasy? But those are my questions. And my understanding of Shambhala vision, and when we talk about creating enlightened society in our tradition, is very much to prototype and experiment with new social paradigms, with new ceremonies, with new politics, with new economics, with new ethics, with new forms of education, spiritual nurturing, and relationships with the natural world. So by engaging anything that is visionary, that's new, that's fresh, that's out of the box, that's free, we are actually helping to shift in significant ways. And I see this program at Karme Choling as providing a very specific spiritual political methods for this level of prototyping, experimentation, and a new experience, really on a subjective level in terms of our own subjectivity, our own sense of self. That's where we'll start here.